Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. It was a relatively choppy night for the US dollar, which measures the greenback's strength against a basket of six major currencies, having staged a fresh 7-week high around 105.20. The market pulled back overnight to 104.5. This gave opportunity for bargain hunters to return, and as the dollar index slips slightly to the open this morning, the market is finding a slightly bid tone, with the Australian dollar finding support just ahead of that level, seen at 66.50.70. And therefore, from the rebound, we can see that we've got a weak dragonfly doji that may see a little bit more profit taken into the day if the market is a little bit short, and therefore look for a rise up towards 67.65 and reassess from there. The euro finding support just ahead of its key level at 105.25, with the market initially drawing demand. We've just got an engulfing candle from the previous day, and therefore you can see that the market is heading slightly higher this morning with the target around 106.45. I still expect to see a cap around 107.05.15, and not ruling out that the dollar may rebound and therefore put stress back on the euro and re-challenge the bottom side. So I'm not abandoning the view as of yet, and I expect to see the level of 105.25 pressured. The Japanese yen also, after the engulfing candle, failed to continue on. Nevertheless, the market's still a little bit overbought, and the ADX is overheating. With that being said, the call is still very much towards that top side, around 140 to 142 after the break of 136. But a little bit of consolidation as the bulls catch their breath and may eventually see this next rise on towards 136.70 to 137.30. The pound was also a good performer overnight, having respected the bottom side of the range around 119 and not fully broken the 119.45 level as what seems to have appeared, and the market is gaining slightly this morning. I feel there is still much work to do before reversing and would need to clear the region of around 120.95.05. That would give further scope towards 121.60 to 122.45.50. But the technicals a little bit lackluster, so I feel the market may struggle towards the region somewhere, as I mentioned, of 120.95.05, and therefore could see a pullback to 120.25 and reassess from there. Little movement overnight for gold as the market still contained by the recent break of 1,820. The technicals are still remaining bearish, and therefore I feel that we are looking for another down test. That would be towards 1,811 to 1,802, and with the call still holding towards 1,786.29 before any reversal. The ADX is holding to a bear trend. We're still married to a negative case from the RSI MACD, which supports this view. Wrapping up with oil, the market was a little bit hesitant in taking the gains higher, with the cap still around 77.20.40, above that 78.70.90. Keep an eye on this downside because a break of 74.80 would reinstate the call back to 72.40.60. That wraps it for the morning. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report and I hope you enjoy the great start to the day.